messing with a shot yesterday and made a little video about it, and it actually reminded me of another video that I had fully intended to make at one point and never did. I tend to do that a lot. Decide I'm going to do something, think about what a great idea it is, and then either forget or, just simply change my mind. In this particular case, I forgot. And what I was wanting to talk about was kind of a follow-up to a couple of videos I've made before about, one was Are Practice Strokes Stupid? And the other one was Is Aiming Stupid? For those that haven't seen those, my answer to both of those rhetorical questions was no. For the most part, no. I want to make a video now that's probably going to get me some death threats, because this video is going to be, are aiming systems stupid? Now when I say aiming systems, I use aiming systems and aiming methods almost interchangeably. In this video I'm not talking about anything specific, any specific system that you may use and think is the secret of pool. Matter of fact, if you're right now already getting ready to put out a hit on me for not jumping on the roof and declaring your aiming system to be the secret of pool, if you're thinking about doing that, then I'll just take a back seat. No, yours is correct. Yours is the secret of pool. But shh, don't tell anybody. Drive me crazy. People get so worked up over so many things, and we're all just trying to do the same thing. We're all just trying to be better players. So, here's what I think about aiming systems. Aiming systems / methods. I think I'm just going to use the word systems from now on, just so I don't manage to confuse myself. I can think of 3 systems that are 100% accurate if it is a perfectly straight-in shot. Maybe there's more than 3, but I can think of 3. One is the very first method anybody ever learns, I believe, and that is find this point on the object ball that's opposite of the target pocket, get over here and aim at this point. That is what I just call the beginner system, the beginner method. Now, that's what my dad taught me. A lot of people's dads probably taught them when they first started. If I'm over here, that same thing is not accurate anymore. Maybe close enough, but it's not accurate. Along a similar vein, if I get the same straight-in shot again, and I'm any good at picturing a ghost ball sitting there, I picture a ghost ball sitting at this contact point, and I'm straight in, and I aim at that ghost ball, ignoring the 13, and then I can put that in. As soon as I'm over here, again, no longer an accurate system. It's an approximation. Maybe close enough, but it's no longer an accurate system. And the third one I can think of is double the distance, which is geometrically accurate, but on a straight-in shot there's no distance to be doubled. If that makes any sense. I could explain it, but I don't think anybody uses this. Anyway, every other system, prove me wrong, go ahead. If it's not a straight-in shot like this, is not an accurate system. It is at best an approximation. Prove me wrong. Nobody's going to be able to prove me wrong, but you can try. Feel free to try. Just don't get on there in the comments and just yell, my system is the greatest system ever. Because guess what? Your system's not the greatest system ever. It's not. Make your own damn channel if you want to be like that. Anyway, I get riled up thinking about how riled up people get about their favorite aiming system. It drives me crazy. But I don't think they're stupid. I think they're good. I think they're good. I use a lot of them. If I'm having a hard time seeing the shot line, getting on the shot line, having a hard time concentrating, I like the fact that I can do double the distance or ghost ball on this 12 and put the shot in most of the time. There are going to be times when I don't need to do that. There are going to be times when I just automatically just see the shot correctly and put it in. There's going to be times like that. But there's going to be others where I can't. So those are the times when I will use an aiming system. It's not because it's a secret pool. Because I'm having a hard time finding it by feel. I'm having a hard time letting my, my inner pool player, talked about him in another video, find the shot, or he's, out to dinner or whatever. He's not finding the shot. I'm not finding the shot. So I want to get close. And so let's say in this case, I'm going to do the beginner method on this 15. Straight at that spot. This is not an accurate way to shoot this shot. But the thing is, I get close enough, and an amazing thing happens. That's when my subconscious jumps in and says, oh, well, you got me pretty darn close, I'll go ahead and finish making it for you. This is what I truly believe happens with almost every aiming system. Now, I don't mess with a lot of them. I like messing with stuff. I like trying new things, see if it works, see if there's any merit in them. There are a lot of these aiming systems that I've read about that I do believe there's merit in them. And I definitely think they can provide a lot of consistency that just going around just shooting the shots doesn't give you. There are also some aiming systems that I've just completely thrown out because I can look at them and on paper, you can just tell right away that they're just bullshit, or maybe they're way too complicated. Yeah, those are probably the two main reasons, is they're absolute bullshit or they're too complicated. But some of the weirder systems that are out there, well, let's do the crap, what's the guy's name? I can't think of the guy's name, but the one that everybody gets pissed off about. If you say yes, you get death threats from this side. If you say no, you get death threats from this side. Anyway, that system is a fairly complicated system. And on paper, it makes zero sense. But for me, it does work on a lot of shots. So I do it on a lot of shots. Not on every shot. And I try to never just completely rely on any system. This is one of the big problems that I have with the aiming systems. Unless it's a straight-in shot, as I just got done saying, unless it's a perfectly straight-in shot, it's only going to give you an approximation. Some of the systems will give you a better approximation than others, and the amount of the cut may change that ratio. But you're going to get an approximation, and it's tempting, and I do it a lot too, is to just fall in love with that system and think it's a secret of pool. I shoot this 13, and if I miss the 13, say I missed that 13, I may be going, fuck, I pivoted. How in the hell can I miss that shot? I pivoted. This happens a lot. And it happens to people that really and truly 100% believe in whatever system it is they're using. They will miss a shot, and it like breaks their brain. How did I ever miss that shot? Because I saw the ghost ball perfectly. Or they decide, well, I didn't do it right. I must have gotten lazy on something. This is a problem. Now the reason, I think I touched on this, the reason it's an approximation, even the systems that are 100% accurate on a straight-in shot, the reason it becomes an approximation, along with every other aiming system on a cut, is because of contact-induced throw. I think everybody watching this video knows what contact-induced throw is. The terms may be different, but if I put the cue ball and hit that contact point on the 3, no matter what method or system I'm using to hit that contact point on the 3 is not going to go in the center of the pocket. It's going to go over here. Now, it's close enough right now, it's probably going to go in. But it's not, it's going to have contact-induced throw. The other thing that no system will do you Did I mention that? The only way those systems are accurate is if they're perfectly straight in, and if there's no English on the cue ball. I think I forgot to mention that. There has to be none. No spin on the cue ball for you English people watching this video. And no side. Sorry, get my terminology just mixed up. So, even though I'm perfectly straight in on this 15, if I hit this cue ball on the left, everybody should know this, that 15 gets thrown that way. This happens. No aiming system, I'm willing to bet, on Earth, or in the universe, I guess, allows for that accurately. Allows for hitting the cue ball any place other than right on the vertical axis. So as far as I'm concerned, right there, that's okay. Your aiming system is at best an approximation. I don't think people should be taking that as an insult. But boy, people do. People say, this means war, by God, and people have to, fly to New Jersey to play for $10,000 because they got in an argument about whether an aiming system is the secret of pool or not. Just weird shit, man. I don't think that anything I said on this video here should be particularly controversial. I think, well, of course I'm going to think this because I'm the one up here saying it. I think it's completely irrational that if you can be objective about things and look at it and go, you know what, that's an approximation, maybe a really good approximation, but an approximation is all it is. I think that's a good thing, to have that amount of knowledge, to have that knowledge, instead of just blindly going, well, by God, I pivoted. That's all that's necessary, is to pivot. No, you have to do more than that. And you have to have your subconscious involved in the shot to do that a little bit more than that. I can get an approximation, and I can let my inner pool player fill in a little gap between reality and what that approximation was. I feel like I'm rambling. I also feel like I'm yelling at the camera. I'm not on purpose anyway. If I am, I am. We shall just see. How I missed that damn one ball. I almost missed that one. But I saw the ghost ball. How the hell did I almost miss that one? Because I overcompensated for contact-induced throw? Yes. Because the system was not foolproof and the secret of pool? Correct again. Correct a window, as the Fonz used to say. Hell, most people watching this probably never heard of the Fonz. Get in. You're not going to go in. I might be done. I thought this was going to be a really long video, but it was also going to involve a lot more listing all the various aiming systems and where I feel like their shortcomings are. I don't want to do that anymore. I believe that they all have shortcomings. I believe as soon as you get away from a perfectly straight in shot with no English, that they all start to fall apart, some at faster rates than others. I think it happens. I don't think that that should be, that contentious of a thing to say. If you have something that works for you, if you have a system that works for you, great, that's awesome. What I think, though, is if you have a system that you're using and you're a good player, maybe you have more, maybe your subconscious is playing a bigger part in your game than you think it is. In other words, if you think that all you have to do is see the ghost ball and hit that ghost ball on every shot, and you think that's what you're doing, yet you're a good player, top player, I think you're doing more. I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. I think you're seeing the ghost ball, it's getting you close, but because you're cutting it, or because you're putting English on it, you have to make adjustments, and that's what happens inside your head. So I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit if you're a good player by saying, it's all because of this aiming system that I use. Otherwise, I would suck. And if you guys knew my aiming system, then you would be in the Hall of Fame too. Don't think so. Okay. You know, just like everything else, I could be wrong. I've been wrong millions of times in my life. I do not happen to think that this is one of those times. Also, if anybody comes up with another geometrically accurate system, like for those straight in shots with no English, I thought there was another one. Because I did the very basic beginner method, the ghost ball method, and double the distance, which in that case there is no distance to double. I thought there was a fourth one, but maybe I was wrong. So if anybody remembers that, if you feel like putting that in a comment, that would be cool. If not, then don't. I think I'm done with this video. Wow, I did not think it was going to go this short. Talk to you later.